What is going on, Choka Bros and Moo Gals? This is your host with the most, Kid Kupo, and we are back. It's been 2 weeks. I've got my chocolate milk. We are going to be talking about weird games and games that we gave a chance that we decided we liked. Now let's roll that intro. What is going on? Tonight we have a special, not even a guest, because she's on our team now. We've been waiting a while for her to come on. Let me introduce Rayne, and as always, with me we have White Void. Let's count how many times tonight he's going to talk over me, because he does so many much. We all love him.
Yeah, no, that's my fault. Get too excited.
No, it's our running joke.
It's kind of hard to not talk over people when you can't see someone talking.
Exactly. I talk over people too. I just like to break his stones. It's fun for me.
Start screaming.
Of course.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some. I wanted to just, it's Rayne's first night on the podcast, so easier into it with like a nice, easy, just some nice, easy topics. I figured we'll start with just games that you stumble into. Maybe they were weird, maybe not. But games you've randomly stumbled into that you maybe never thought you'd play and you actually enjoyed. If anybody wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. Especially since I was catching up on the Halloween podcast, and you did not go over Fatal Frame, from what I heard.
I know. I wanted you on it because I didn't know. I don't know too much about Fatal Frame.
Got the right person, but the way I got into that game is I literally looked up a Wikipedia page of scary Xbox games at the time, and I sent my dad a list because he was deployed, and he was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "Xbox games, of course, and I want them to be scary." So he literally spent 18 months over there just sending me scary games and scary movies. Fatal Frame 2 was on that list. And I ended up just jumping on into that game. Played that one first, and then I think I played 3, and then I played 1. So I did it completely backwards, and I've been in love with the series ever since.
The second one is the Crimson Butterfly, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
when you're on a bodyguard mission for your most useless sister.
Yeah,
that's versus Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4.
I've never played Fatal Frame, but I have seen you play it, and it's terrifying. And I don't know how. I mean, the whole Pyramid Head story. I was playing Silent Hill 2 at 12 o'clock at night, and I was a little tipsy, and it's the first time I played 2. I think it was the first time, or I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but I was in. I don't know. It wasn't. It was the Woodside, I think, apartments. It wasn't the Blue Creek, and I just seen this glowing thing at the end of the hallway, and I kept running towards it. All of a sudden, he just was there, and I just jumped up. I don't know what I had, but it spilled all over the place. I'm screaming. My dog's going crazy. She's on the phone. My mom's just going nuts. The whole house is in an uproar. It's just
wow.
So every night we would have these long talks on the phone. We'd be playing video games, and he just happened to be playing Silent Hill 2. And he's right. It's when you go into the hotel, and it's right before you see Pyramid Head having his way with the mannequin. So he went to go into that door, and it was just sitting, glowing in his infinite glory behind the bars, and he just starts screaming. He had just made a sandwich, I think, and his food.
Yeah, that's what it
was. Wow.
I'm so excited. Finally, we got everything put in order. All the pieces are together. I'm so happy. I waited for you so long to come on the podcast. I'm so excited. You have no idea.
Blame my job, man.
I'm not blaming. I'm just excited. I'm not blaming anything. I'm just happy. It's finally.
No, I said blame my job. I didn't say don't blame me. I said blame my job.
Your job.
I know that feeling.
Damn you, job. So I guess I'll go next. I got PS Now. I love it. I mean, it's so, I don't know, I think it's $50 a year, but I think it's so worth it because you get so many games. You get new games monthly, and it's not like they just send you out with trash games. There's so many great JRPGs and stuff that they give you. it's so many good games. And I mean, you get like 5 new games a month, and they got great PS2 classics and all that. But so I'm really into the otaku, like kawaii Japanese like humor and whole Japanese type um I don't know what to call it, but I'm into
The
it.
Japanese subculture.
Yes, that. Thank you. That's why you're on this podcast, because you know what's in my head without me knowing how to get it off my lips. So
Word's good.
yes.
To quote Noble Six, I'm here. I aim to please.
So it's called Akiba. There's one called Akiba Beat, which is kind of like Persona, and it's kind of like role playing ish. And then the one I'm playing, the second one, I think it's the second one. I know there's another one in the series that they come out in the West yet. It's in Japan, but basically it's called Akiba Strip. And basically what you do is you run around the Akiba Hana, right? And
I think it's called Akirabara.
Akiba Bada is, I think,
Akirabara.
Bada. Okay, I
Yeah,
think.
Akirabara. I've
Sorry.
actually been to that real place before. Akirabara is amazing, especially when it's nighttime. The nightlife is, oh my god, that's when the fun people come out.
I know, I can only imagine they're probably they probably dress so awesome out there, like cosplays and everything. Oh, I'm gonna go there.
You have no idea. The maid cafes, they advertise like they're out there advertising. You see the girls dressed in their maid outfits, advertising for their cafe, trying to get people to
This,
come in.
I'm making a pact with you two right now. When we start to blow up, and when this podcast gets big and I have money saved, we are going to do. I don't know how we're gonna, but we will be doing a podcast live in the streets of Kibahana one day. That is our goal.
Trust
That
me,
is our goal.
I can help plan that trip
How, are
easily.
you guys down? How's that sound?
Yeah, as
I'm
a
down.
company that researches trips all over the place and travels through numerous countries every year. Yeah, I can help plan that.
That sounds good. I mean, I hope we don't get in trouble. If we have to do it from a hotel, we'll do it from a hotel. But we're gonna
I'm
do
not
it.
even gonna get in trouble. Just don't be pulling a what was the name? Jake Paul? Don't be going filming dead corpses. It's like
It's
That
that easy.
don't do
And
that.
also, I lived in Japan for 2 years, so I can most definitely help. And I kind of know my way around, the Tokyo area because I vacation there. And holy crap, I want to go back.
I'm gonna be most respectful. I'm not gonna disrespect anybody's culture at all. I'm gonna be respectful. And to get back to the game, basically what you do is I guess it's like they're vampires, but the way that you have to defeat them is you have to beat up, like they'll have to be wearing like gear in their head, gear in their stomach, and gear in their like lower torso. And you have to beat their clothes, and then you gotta rip their clothes off them so that they're in their underwear. And I guess the sun burns them. I guess the sun burns them, and they're defeated. And you get to take what they were wearing and use it, and it makes your stats better. Like some of it, like I have boxing gloves, so I punch really fast, and my strength is really awesome. And I have like this it's a it's a game, or it's an anime in the game. So I have a T-shirt of one of the characters from that anime in the game, and it makes my strength like plus 18. It's so awesome. It's such a good game. I think you guys would actually probably enjoy it. It's called Akiba Stripped, and this one's more like a beat 'em up kind of fighter, and the Akiba Beat is more like a Persona type like role play game. It's good. I think you guys would enjoy it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just never had interest in it. I mean, I used to see
Yeah,
it being sold
you're
in
more
every
like a
single GameStop
you're
that I've been to.
you're more like the first person shooter actiony type guy, though. You like the action right up in your face. You know what I mean? That's what you.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of first person shooters. Right now, that's like I'm looking for more RPG and story driven games now.
Oh, I got to announce I finally got Legend of Dragoon, and I am playing it, and it's amazing. I don't know why it took so long for me to play it.
I
Wow.
actually wrote that down in my notes because I was like, I'm gonna harass you about that. I was
I
like,
got
come on, man.
I
I
got it.
heard that and I just like slapped my desk. I was
I'm
like,
sorry. I know everybody.
man.
everybody from Soldier First Class, who I want to give a shout out. If you haven't followed him yet, watch the
Sweepy.
episode. Sweepy, forget Sweepy. Taking a nap.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, I think he was hounding you on getting that
And
game
he's been
too.
asking me how far I am, like every day, and like asking me how like where I'm at and who I have, and it's such a good game. Oh, it's so good.
No
And
wonder why when I said I would do a Rose cosplay, your eyes looked like they just glazed over. You were just like, what?
What is she from the game?
Yeah.
I'd do either Prince Albert. Such a good game. So what
Good.
else? What
Catch
else
up.
has been up?
Oh, did you just ask me a question? I'm sorry.
Well, you're on a podcast. It'd be nice to.
Oh yeah, I know. I just didn't clearly hear because for some reason you didn't come in clearly. So, the games that I didn't think I'd get into. I mean, I've been. The one that comes into mind would probably be the Ace Combat series. Like, I just stumbled upon that game um before before I got a PlayStation 4, and it was a free game. It's Ace Combat Infinity, which did have a single player, but it had like a multiplayer co-op mode, like PvE things. And I was like, okay, this game is pretty interesting. And it's just basically modern day jets set in a fictional, Earth with like different continents. Like the world is completely different. And it's very, I want to say it's very anime like when it comes to the story mode, you're this pilot that can pretty much take down entire like flights of planes by yourself, which in the real world that'd be near impossible to do. And there's also like another thing that I like about the Ace Combat series is that not only do they incorporate like actual combat military jets that have been made throughout history, but they also add in their like fictional fictional aircraft as well, such as like the CFA-44 Nosferatu, which is something that they completely made up. And some of the designs that they make that these fictional aircraft it's really cool. Like this is something that I would definitely recommend. Like they do have their newest game out, which has been delayed so many freaking times last year. Uh, and they have released a bunch of DLC for relatively cheap. But it's just mostly like, oh, you get this aircraft, you get that aircraft, you get these emblems and these
Get an
skins.
aircraft. You're getting an aircraft. You're getting an aircraft. You're all getting
Yeah.
an aircraft.
Okay, Oprah.
But no, like this is like a game that I would never think that I would get into. It's like it has a very small niche community, which I kind of like, but I don't play online. I played it because it had a pretty good story and the replay value on some of the missions were just great. I just love to go back and play some of these missions again, and I would just like hop on it every so often if I get bored. It's like, I'll kill some time and play a game. Oh, what's this? Oh, I forgot I had this game. Well, let's hop on and kill some time kind of deal now. Like it was a great game, still a good game. But I just wish that Ace Combat 7, I don't know, not Ace Combat Infinity was for the PlayStation 4, and they just expand on that. But beggars can't be choosers.
Right, and it's Kupopra. To go back to that, but he ruined my timing on my joke because he keeps rambling. I'm just, I mess with. I have to mess with you every episode.
Yeah, I know you. I'm used to it.
I can't say I don't love you, but I like you a lot. You're one of my good, better friends. So,
Yeah,
I gotta. I'm like that. I bust my friend. If I didn't break your stones, trust me.
I'm the
That's
same
what I'm
way,
there
dude.
for.
Like I'm the same way. If I feel comfortable, I just gotta figure out what lines not to cross.
Well, I mean, you already crossed the whole smashing Final Fantasy VII in my face, so I mean, I have no regards for that.
Okay, I stand corrected.
respect. You just disrespect me to my face.
I stand corrected. Okay, I'll give you that.
This is fun. I like this. We have synergy. This is great. I'm enjoying this. I sound like a robot.
You did, yeah, definitely mechanical there.
Listen to me. I'm reading from a script, but I'm not. But next week we do have a special guest. We have Daniel McRae, who played Gwen in the Final Fantasy VII remake, and also we're going to have Vic Chow in the future, who played Sang in the Final Fantasy VII remake. So fans, please watch out for that.
Wow.
I know we're getting
Amazing.
up there.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I mean, I've been out of the loop for a week, and all these crazy things are happening, and you're getting noticed, my dude.
You didn't hear about the craziest one. You ever watch Bleach?
Yeah, I've used to watch it
Ever watch Naruto?
years ago.
Ever watch Digimon?
Digimon was my thing back in the day. You
Rattling
kidding
off
me?
all these things.
Puppetmon. The voice of Puppetmon, the voice of
No.
Kenpachi, the voice of Jiraiya, David Lodge. I'm in the talks for him to come on to the podcast. We're just waiting for a
Old
date.
Kirby stage.
Ooh.
That's a surprise. Though. Don't tell anybody. I might have to cut that out. I don't know. I'll think about it.
You might.
So I recently picked up another topic I want to talk about. I recently picked up a DS. I needed a 2DS. My old one broke. And I picked up a game. I really love Dragon Quest. I love it actually as much as Final Fantasy. It's such a good role playing series. It's fantastic. It's up there with Chrono Trigger and Legend of Dragoon. Now I wanted to talk about games that were kind of not like copycats, but they kind of took two two aspects of a game and kind of threw them together. So this game I'm talking about, it takes Pokemon and it takes Dragon Quest, it smashes them together, and it's a DS game. It's fantastic. I'm having so much fun with it. It's called Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, and you're in a competition. What
Oh,
you do is
yes.
go island to island, and you have to. The way you get these monsters is you have to scout them out, and if you get over 50, you have a chance of scouting them and getting them. But some monsters are so high up there that you can't even get them yet. You have to train your monsters more. You can put them, smash them together, and you can make new monsters. But it's such a fun game. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, I definitely think you should check it out. And I love it.
So about that has been done before with Dragon Quest, because they had
Dragon Quest, the Caravan
Dragon
one,
Quest
Game Boy, right?
monsters,
Yeah,
and
it's the Caravan one, right?
yeah, that was those games were released for the Game Boy Color because there was two of them. They were both they tied into each other, and I used to play that, and it basically, like you said, it mixed the elements of Dragon Quest and Pokemon together. But back in the day, the way you get monsters is you met them in the different worlds, and the way you get them is if you fed them like meat, like beef jerky, sirloin, like the higher quality meat, the higher chance you get of getting that monster to join your side. But instead of catching them while they're weakened, you just outright beat them, like you defeat them. And then, at before the battle ends, they say like one of the monsters weakly gets up and wants to join your side because you fed them. And then it's always sad to do this, and you can either let them join you or tell them or reject their request. And if you reject their request, like it literally makes you feel guilty about it. It's like said monster walks sadly away.
Dragon Quest Monsters, right? It's not that bad. I mean, you can get the game for like $40, $45, $4 for the second one.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
actually.
really. Oh, sorry.
You keep going. I mean, this is.
It's really hard to find the older games that game that you're talking about is based off of, because I luckily have, and I'll probably play it again, but I had like strong,
I'm.
crazy strong.
But it's
Yeah,
a good find.
I can't help agree
Renee.
with Renee. No, I said Renee. Yeah, I'm pronouncing it differently. I'm not good with names. I apologize.
Fine.
sorry.
I always break your stones, man. Don't.
Like I
I'm
have
supposed to be doing this.
all those handles in my storage locker back in Connecticut. So when I finally
Sucks
get back and
Because I
like
got a
my
bin
one
that
of
I
my
had at my. Okay, yeah, you all set?
Okay.
You ready?
I don't know, is Craig on this Wi-Fi like me? Is that what's going on, Craig? Are you based out
Oh,
of this
I just
crappy
got
place?
brand new Wi-Fi and it's getting all nuts on me. Like,
Oh, I'm talking about them, like Craig
Greg,
himself.
Craig, did Kid Kupo not take you out for dinner?
I know, I forgot
Where's his
the
picnic
wine and
basket,
dine.
man?
Hey, boo boo, picnic basket. So hopefully we got everything under control. Because right
Yeah.
now, Craigbot, you were really getting on my fucking last nerve. Excuse my language.
The
And
one
you were getting on my
swear
case last
podcast.
episode I was on about swearing.
I know. That's the thing. I was just saying, I'm not the one who usually swears, but this piece of shit is getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
Name it
I
explicit, but I'm
specifically remember you saying that
Take me out for dinner.
you told him that he would be screaming in fear if he swore again.
Funny. That's how ironic.
So, what games? Any new games you guys you have been playing recently?
Um,
I'm just playing Animal Crossing because my sister bought it for me to try and like keep me calm. You
Do you
know,
like it?
since I've lived in 4 different states in the last month. So she's just like, here, just distress.
Here, I'm gonna send you a game to keep you calm, but the guy who owns the land is gonna take advantage of you at every step of the way and make
See,
you
everyone says
Simulator
that, but you can
2020.
literally go the entire game without giving that guy a red cent.
right.
I owe like 2.5 million bells because I just expanded it to the farthest it can go. I'm like, bro, you'll get it when you get it.
Leave it to find a way to screw over Tom Nook. Only you.
Exploitation at its finest.
My job is reading contracts. I found this loophole, and I'm going to extort it.
I really did. It's a fun time, and like I like the whole different seasons and stuff like that, and I like it. It's fun to me.
No, it's not so much a new game. Is Gundam Battle on?
What's that?
It's based off of the Universal Timeline Mobile Suit Gundam. It's just basically your PvP. You jump objectives and blow up enemy mobile suits. It's pretty simple. It's free to play on PlayStation PlayStation Network, and you don't need PlayStation Plus, which is even better. So you can just hop on online with or without it, and just that would be great.
I might
You
check
should
it
like
out.
it's good.
I never really got into mechs. That's why everybody's using that much. I mean, I like Transformers and Beast Wars, but other than that, and like Metal Gear Solid, but I never really got into mechs too heavy.
Oh well, Mobile Suit Gundam is mech.
Yeah, I figured.
Have you never
But
watched
it's a fun game. It's easy to pick up, easy to learn. It's just it's a freemium game. So basically, there's a lot of microtransactions, but you really don't need to pay to win. But it's just harder to unlock stuff if you don't pay. So
Was it
there's that.
developed by EA? Because it sounds like
No. Like it's far from being EA. It's like you can like there are certain mobile suits that are lower level, but you would have to join a game that is specifically for those lower level mobile suits, and the playing field would be pretty even.
So what have you been playing, Rayne?
well, I said the Animal Crossing, and then like that was the whole reason why. Well, Animal Crossing wasn't the reason why I got the Switch. The reason I got the Switch was because they released the 3D Mario, so Mario 64 and Sunshine, all that, and I was like, yes, I will now buy a Switch. So I got that.
I'm happy you brought that up.
It's
Keep
the
going.
only like system I can drag along with me through this countless journey that I'm going on.
And on that note, I think they did so amazing on the Switch. It's like a hand. I should have bought the Switch Lite because I literally probably plugged it into my TV in the dock probably once or twice. I'm always playing it handheld,
Yeah.
always.
Mine's constantly plugged in.
Would
Like,
you would
I'm
you
in the well, I'm in the hotel room and I can't leave, so I literally have nothing else to do. Like, I can't go outside, so
do
I
you
just
like
have it plugged.
do you like Sega?
Genesis? Like, I mean, yeah, I have Sega.
They
Well,
have
not with me.
they have this awesome it's called the Sega Classics pack for the Switch. It's like $20, but you get like 50 games. They have some amazing game JRPGs. They have Landstalker, they have Fantasy Star. There's such amazing games. I think you might enjoy them. But with you it's hard because I don't know. I mean you do like some of the stuff I like, but some of the stuff I like you don't like. But I would research them first. It's Fantasy Star, and do you like tactical like RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics or like that, or Disgaea or
I've never
Fire?
played any of those, actually.
Some tactical RPGs too. Shining Force. They're pretty good. I enjoy them, and I'm not really big into tactical unless it's Final Fantasy Tactics. So I'd research those first, and they have like Toe Jam and Earl. They have a bunch of the classics. It's such a if you're a Sega Genesis fan, I would look into getting it. It's fantastic. I'll send you an email of what it is after the podcast, but
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I still have my Sega. That one I know for sure I have it in my storage locker here, but I play almost everything.
Yeah, the fans are probably getting so tired of me saying that I think the Sega is so underrated
I
and
thought it was an underrated system too. The
so
Dreamcast
overlooked.
was trash, but
Yeah, I
no,
think
Saturn.
I do want to
The
pick up
Sega
a
Saturn.
just to have it because I want to collect the older systems. But I mean, it's hit or miss. It has some good games, but for the most part, it didn't really hit the dartboard. It probably went wide left into the overweight
Into the
waitress's
abyss.
ass. Yeah. But yeah, when you mentioned the All Stars pack. That's a hell of a pack. I got it because I love Mario 64, but I never played Sunshine or Galaxy, and I
Me
don't know
either.
why I never played them. But
I think I was
I
moving away from Nintendo at that point. I think that's why I stopped playing them. I was
yeah,
specifically on, PlayStation, Xbox. And
when
Nintendo
I
kind of just got swept under the rug.
yeah, especially with Xbox and PlayStation being like so, like Nintendo, I think for a while was really more drawn to kids,
Yeah.
and I kind of regret it because they do have some great titles that came out during those times. But I mean, you had PlayStation 2 and just so many amazing games for that system, and but
I
I
remember
was
getting PlayStation. My brother was the one that wound up with the Wii, and I would actually buy games for it. The last game I ever purchased for the American Wii before I went and lived in Japan and bought that one was Castlevania Judgment. And I wasn't sure what it was when I picked it up. I just looked at the art style and I knew it was from the creator of Death Note. And I was like, cool, let me grab this. And it was a Castlevania,
it's a fighting game,
like,
right?
it was a fighting game. And I was like, what?
It
I was like, whatever, I'll play this. I enjoyed it.
was good. I might check that out.
I mean, it
'Cause I
has
love
like,
I love Castlevania.
it was a, it's literally like a fighting game. It's just like Tekken, but the art style is what I was drawn to.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I was saying I was because we were talking about Mario. I found if you like Mario, I don't know, you might like it. It's called the Superstar Saga. They're really good RPGs for Mario. People compare them to like if you ever played Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. They say they're like probably the I forget the word people usually use. The I forget the word, but like the sequels, but not really the sequels. I forget what word people use for the
Like a spin-off?
not the predecessor, I guess, or the whatever the people call them. The
Prequel?
no, but they're like I forget the word, not predecessor. I always forget words when I'm on the podcast. I hate it. The spiritual successor
Okay, so
to
like Nightcry, like I was explaining to you earlier.
yeah, exactly. But they're fantastic the way they do the like the way you control Mario and Luigi, and and like the role play aspects. It's just they're so well done. If you enjoy Mario and Luigi, and you like a good role playing game, I would check those out too. They're so good. They're so fun. The one I got is Superstar Saga. It's a remake of the Game Boy Advanced one, and it has Bowser's minions because you're looking for I guess you got to control Bowser's minions because Bowser got shot out of a cannon, and you got like do a whole new world because this evil monster lady stole Peach's voice, and you have to go to Bean. I think it's called Bean Kingdom. Get her voice back. Yeah, Bean Kingdom. Bean Kingdom. Shares the northeastern border with the Mushroom Kingdom. There it is. Bean Pig. I know, I can hear you.
Oh, what the hell? I thought I muted this thing. This damn thing.
You did, and then you unmuted yourself.
I must have done it by accident.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking at those Dragon Warrior games. I want to check them out. Those monster ones, are they good? I heard some of them suck, but some of them are pretty good.
The first two for the GBA are good. Like the first one is I never really played that one extensively, but the sequels, they have two different versions. I think it's called Colby's Adventure and Terra's Journey. I had Terra's Journey.
The first one graded in mint condition is $3,500 for Game Boy Color.
$3,500?
Yeah, and then 99 cents.
What? That's no.
Yo, Dragon Quest games are so hard to get right now where I'm at. Like, I'm trying to get Dragon Quest 8 because it's one of my favorite games ever. Dude, to find it in a box, bro, you're going to pay over $100 for a DS game. They're so hard to get. I found
insane.
On Dragon Quest 6, dude, I was lucky to get it for $10. I got it out of box. Out of box, online for $75. In box, $150 all day.
Yeah, no, that's just way too much freaking money.
Yeah, I think when I was looking at like the original Clock Tower series, it was going to cost me a pretty penny because like I go back and I buy all the horror games and I get them for every system, and the Clock Tower and was it something Rose? I can't remember what the Rose game is. Haunting Ground.
Haunting Ground. Rule of Rose.
Rule of Rose. Yep. Yeah, that game was a fortune. I was like, you're overpriced. That is not a good game, but it's.
It was Rule of Rose. I don't even know how I knew that. That's weird.
The only game is overpriced that I try to find. I mean, not as overpriced what you just said, is the Path of Radiance series, the Fire Emblem games for the Wii and GameCube. And I try to find those.
It was the Sony one. I got to the point where you shut the door and the cop or the security guards on the back of the door dead. I took it out of the PlayStation, screamed, and didn't play it for the rest of the weekend. Because back then you had games all weekend.
So, like, that makes me think, I was telling you about Fatal Frame 2, and how for the longest time I could not find anyone else who had gone through that jump scare that I saw. So you have to beat the game once. And I've only noticed it on the Xbox version, but when you're going through the second playthrough, the second time you go to like rescue your sister or whatever, you see an arm hanging out of this little Japanese window, like up against the wall. So you'll take a picture of it, and if you keep the camera lens up and you walk toward where the hand is, this ghost woman drops from the ceiling, and I put my controller through my bedroom wall. You remember how we were getting the addition done on the house, and I just threw my controller through the sheetrock.
Wow. Wow, that beats my story about Pyramid Head. I'll never tell that story again. I'm going to tell yours.
Wow. Well, you were on the phone with somebody. I was by myself.
No, I would have. Imagine if I wasn't on the phone with you, my sandwich would have been sticking to the ceiling.
My goodness.
That thing would be hanging. But
I ended up
I have a.
stripping the screw out of the controller.
Let's talk about our worst experiences at a gaming store. Because I had a fantastic one the other day.
Oh boy,
You
I
know
got
how.
a good one.
Yeah, so do I. So you know how I'm trying to find all these Dragon Quest games.
Mm-hmm.
So I managed to track down in Hamden Game Exchange. I managed to track down Dragon Quest 9.
Hamden, here's your first mistake.
Yep. And so I had it. They knew I wanted it. I kept talking about the podcast, and I was talking. They seemed like they were kind of annoyed with me because I was asking. Like I like to try to strike up conversations with people in like gaming because I don't really. I love to talk video games. You know what I mean? So you go into a gaming store, you figure like some people want to talk games, and they were just like seemed like they were getting annoyed and kind of trying to brush me off. So I seen Dragon Quest, and she was already mad because I called the day before asking for the Dragon Quest, the Monsters Joker, and she told me she didn't have it. And when I went and I seen it, I was like, I called yesterday, and you told me you didn't have this and that, and she was all pissy about that. So I told him that I wanted to come back and get the Dragon Quest 9. Now you go to a store earlier that day, you come back 5 hours later. What are the odds of somebody buying that game that you wanted? What do you think the odds are that someone would come in and buy the exact game that I wanted?
I don't.
Very small.
I would say so because Dragon Quest is not as popular here in the West, in my opinion. I think it's more popular in Japan, but when it comes to a Western market, it's not as huge.
Exactly. So I think they hit it on me because they didn't like me. So
Well, that's one theory.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my. This is a. I don't want to say that because I don't want to get sued. By
Yeah,
Matt.
don't do it. I know that you're going to report. Don't do it.
Okay. So here's my most interesting game experience. I think Rayne here would probably say the same thing because of its location. So it was the GameStop in Bristol, one of them. No? Okay. So
I've driven through Bristol. That's
well, it was because there's two GameStops in Bristol, and it was one of the ones that was it used to be infamously bad because of the manager that was there, and it was this fat neckbeard dude who had a really really crappy attitude. So I buy an HDMI cable from
You're a
him,
beard.
and I decide to try it out, and it didn't work. So obviously, I kept the receipt and everything, and I returned it. I say, "Hey, man, this HDMI cable doesn't work." He goes, "Well, you bought it," and I was like, "Well, yeah, I kept the receipt, and it doesn't work." And I was like, "I would like my money back. Like you've sold me a defect." He's like, "Well, we tested it out. It works." I'm like, "Well, obviously it didn't. I mean, you might want to try it again." So he starts yelling at me. I'm like, "You're really gonna do this, are you?" So I called him a few names, which I'm not going to repeat here, and I got my money back anyways because at that point I was having none of it.
Yeah, because
I didn't care because I
if you
was
say
being
the
friendly, I was
words,
being polite, and he decided to be, for the lack of a better term, a jerk.
yeah, if you say those words, I'm gonna have a bunch of words to say to you that I shouldn't say on the podcast.
Yeah, well, I
After
censored
podcast.
myself this time. Like I said, for the lack of a better term, he was being a jerk. It got really heated, and I threatened to call corporate on him, and I sat down here. I said, I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to make sure that this store gets closed down because and I told him already. It's like people are already talking about you, just so you know. You're the reason why this store hasn't gotten any business and why it's so empty as of lately.
See, I want to hear Rayne's because Rayne is honestly someone that I would never ever. I don't think I ever got on the wrong side of her temper or her lashing, and I hope I never do.
I've never actually, it's surprising, have never had an issue with an employee at a game store. I'm pretty positive, though, that I did get into an altercation with, like, another customer over Devil May Cry 3, I imagine it was. because one of our friends, I'm not gonna name names, like their uncle had taken my games and pawned it, and that May Cry 3 game, it was before they released the special edition, so it was known for being significantly harder originally when it first came out. So I found it at GameStop, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's the normal one." And I'm pretty sure me and this kid went for it at the same time, and he was like, "Okay, she's gonna let go of it." I'm like, "Nah, son, that's not gonna happen.
Bitch. Let go now.
Like, I will gnaw off your fingers before you get this game." Yeah, we were just like fighting over a stupid game, but like getting between me and Devil May Cry is like getting between a fat kid and cake. Like, get out of here.
Not funny at all because I enjoy cake and I'm kind of obese and I don't appreciate.
You stop.
No, I lost weight. I'm only like 240 now.
Hey, I like cake too, and I'm kind of in shape, but I need to be in better shape though.
Quiet neckbeard. That's my new insult.
Just neckbeard.
Like no, like
you call a woman a neckbeard, and it's a woman. You're just like neckbeard.
Neckbeard. I surf the waves of the internet, trolling and letting people know my opinion. This was a good episode. This was a fantastic episode. I hope to God, I hope for your sake, Craig, that you recorded this, because if not, I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
let
take
all
you out
laughing
back and break your kneecaps with a baseball bat.
It's gonna be like Office Space. It's gonna get broken.
I'm gonna eat honey right in front of him while he's tied up.
Or maybe that torture scene from GTA 5. We'll,
Oh,
Craig can
that's
experience
the
that.
He's gonna experience more than that.
It does say it's recording.
Yeah, I know. So I'm hoping it is. I think it does. So I've been keeping a
Kupokast
positive
gets
outlook.
weird 2020.
I've been keeping a good positive outlook. So things been looking up. So I'm hoping for his sake and my sake that he's recording right now.
Well, he better just be hopeful, because you're just gonna. I'm gonna break you.
So it's up to you. We can keep going. We can stop now. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, I'm fine to keep going. Like,
All right.
like I said, I'm literally in a hotel room that I can't leave for 21 days. So
Wow.
Keep going, White Void.
Yeah, I can keep going.
Why do you say it like that? Like we're bothering you. If you got somewhere
No,
better.
no, no. I'm not being bothered.
No. If you got somewhere better to be, bro, just let me know.
I'm just chilling. Okay, now I know you're messing with me.
Oh my God, it's Captain fucking obvious. Jesus, when did he show up?
See, oh my God. See, I censor myself, and I
Bro,
still
you know
get
icing
crap
on my
for it.
cake.
Damn it!
Hold on, I'm really sending a group. Best RPG in the SNES: Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6. Bro, Final Fantasy 3 is Final Fantasy 6 on the SNES. Oh my God, I'm not gonna start.
Well, if
What
you
is
are a
happening?
dirty Westerner, then yes, it is Final Fantasy 3.
No, it's not. It's Final Fantasy 6. It always was Final
I
Fantasy 6.
know. I'm trying
Final
to be
Fantasy
funny.
6.
It's like,
You're not being funny. You're grinding my gears, bro.
you mad, bro?
Am I mad? No. I'm hold on. I'm finding the highly intelligent term for being highly upset. Hold on a second.
Irate?
Yeah.
No.
Perturbed.
Perturbed.
I'm extraordinarily perturbed.
Livid.
I'm livid. I'm infatuated. I'm infatuated.
Infatuated? Yeah.
Whoa.
You're infatuated with your anger? What?
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
I told you this is a weird episode, so we're getting a little weird, I guess.
We need to have a talk?
I mean,
Hey,
we're talking about games where you
if Craig
undress
wants to get weird
vampires.
on us, we need to get weird on Craig now.
Yeah, let's make him uncomfortable.
Craig is just gonna get beat down in the backyard with a bat. if he doesn't.
It feels like something that would happen in the original Conquer Bad Fur Day. Like, you would have a bear character.
Yes, I love that game. Classic.
Haven't played it.
Yes,
I need to play
the original,
it.
not the awful remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it for Xbox. That was garbage. That multiplayer
That was straight garbage. Like the original, that was I think what was it originally released for the N64 and PC?
N64. Yep, I still have it. It's in my storage locker, like literally everything else.
That game can fetch you pretty high. You have it in box?
No.
Oh, in box it goes for like $1,200 to $1,800.
Jesus.
No one's getting that game unless I die.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try on a good
You know
day.
what I need to find? If I cannot find this game, because I think I lost it a while ago, is the Mario 64 game. Because I'm playing it for the Switch, and I'm seriously butthurt that they did this, and I'm really missing the BLJ so much.
BLJ?
You miss in? The what?
The backwards long jump.
Ah.
It's a very infamous glitch that you can beat the game without getting 70 stars because it helps you get through the endless stairs with like less than that. And it's a glitch. It's a very famous glitch that helps Mario build up speed and he can defeat the endless stairs and you can go and beat Bowser with less than 70 stars.
I was always creeped out by that portrait of Bowser at the end of the stairs. I don't know why. When it turns from like Peach to Bowser.
Oh, the one that you were talking about on the Halloween podcast that like it went from Peach to Bowser.
So creepy. He's like staring at you like, I'm gonna rape you.
Staring into your soul. Yeah, no, that threw me off when I first saw it. Like it didn't scare me, but it just like kind of threw me off because I honest to God thought that I had to jump inside that portrait, and all of a sudden the trap, like the floor opens up and you just fall right in. It scared the hell out of me as a kid. I was like, what the hell is this?
Running fast enough, you bang your head off the floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say I always long jumped down that entire hallway, so I never fell for the trapdoor. I always hit the wall and then fell through it because it already
You hit the wall.
First, I think you gave Mario a concussion, then you gotta go fight Bowser.
Yeah, just
No.
oh.
I miss the old sound. Like, I mean, I can still hear them now because I have the remake, but it still feels like the Mario game. But the problem is there's no backwards long jump. Come on.
One of my favorite Mario noises is actually Wario. His like just wow. What is wrong with you?
He's just a creep.
Yeah,
That's
like
like
every time my son is acting up, I just go wow, and he just gets so mad.
definitely someone's creepy uncle.
Oh, absolutely. The one that's never invited to parties, but somehow he ends up there.
Yeah. Another classic. I'm hoping that I have this one too. When the movers finally bring my stuff, is Mario Kart 64.
Yes, it's a good one.
The best like kart racing game ever. Like there were so many games that tried to copy it. You had the Diddy Kong Racing, wasn't as successful. Crash Bandicoot tried to
Yeah.
cash in on that success too. And who else? Friggin' was it All Star Nation Racers for the PlayStation 3?
Odd Nation
Odd
Racers.
Nation Racers. They tried to cash in on that.
I got that. I bought into the hype, dude. I bought into the hype.
It's not a bad game. It's just that you're not gonna beat Mario Kart. I'm sorry. It's just not
Diddy
gonna
Kong
happen.
Racing came close.
Yeah, they did, but
Crash Racing.
That's
yeah,
how I
Crash
feel
Racing was another one. Oh, another one. Supersonic Racing. That was an epic failure.
Sonic multiplayer sounds bad.
Yeah, no, it was a race operation.
Garbage. But I did buy into the hype. I won't lie.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think Mod Nation Racers was a bad game, nor was it a good game. It was just like a okay game that was just easy to forget because it was just a blatant, cash grab or trying to beat Sony's version a way of trying to beat Nintendo's popular franchise of Mario Kart.
And about your
And
opinion on
Sega tried the same thing with Supersonic Racing, which completely and totally failed. Broken game.
Yeah, it was. Ugh.
Ugh. I will say this: Nintendo 64 had a really good racing game, and it's based off of a franchise that is dead and still getting violated by Disney. Is the Star Wars Pod Racer game? That was great.
That game was terrible.
Why?
Leave the podcast and never return. You are now
Damn, okay.
Simba and I am Scar. Leave and never return.
Jesus.
That bad, huh?
No, I hated that game. I was so bad at it. I was terrible. I used to get wrecked.
So then you don't know the game is bad if you're trash at it. That just means like you didn't get to enjoy it.
Trash at it. The game's trash. If I'm trash at it, the game sucks.
I love this logic.
I love.
You're like that kid that rage quits when they're losing and just like shut your game console off.
Suck. I can't play with these kids no more because they suck. Not me. They do.
Damn.
It's never me. It's always them. And when I tilt hard. I never come back from tilting. Once I tilt, the tilt is just forever.
Wait, what about this old school excuse? The computer cheats.
The computer always cheats. You know that?
What, like Minesweeper?
Minesweeper, my God.
But yeah, no, I remember the old excuse where you're playing yourself and you can't beat this one enemy or boss, and it always beats you. So you say that the computer player always cheats.
Yeah, or the or I've done it like recently, or I'll be playing a game and it goes a different direction than I want it to. I'm like, I direction. Why are you going that way? My mind.
I lose my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to be like that with for my rage quitting and rage. It used to be really bad, but now I just realized that it's like raging. Like my rage has calmed down. Like there'd be times where I would like scream and holler because something in the game legitimately scares me. It's not necessarily a horror game. It's just like something unexpected comes up. And then I laugh about it, like, I don't know, say like, I'm trying to think. Like the only thing I can think of are the only two first person shooters that I play now is if like in Halo, I blow something up and then it flies at my face and it kills me. I would like jump out of my skin and just laugh my ass off about it.
So what do you guys? I want to discuss this too on air. What do you guys think about the theme that we have, like the opening intro?
I told you I thought it was good. I like it. And I like the outro too.
I change the outro every couple episodes. It depends.
Oh yeah, you do. I mean, again, I know the intro and I've heard that. That's great.
Mog's theme.
Again, because of life happening. For me,
not blaming life, dude. Take responsibility.
I am. I'm a very responsible man.
Thank you, Craigbot, for doing an awesome job tonight. I applaud you, my friend. You're fantastic. Fucking prick.
Golf clap.
Kill yourself, Craig. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you, Craig.
You're a bit.
Shit, Craig.
Did I say you could swear? You swore so much. You swore enough for Rayne. Me, I still got a couple in the piggy. We already said if people were playing the shot game and took a shot for every time you freaking swore, they wouldn't even make it 2 seconds.
Man, people would be in the hospital the first few episodes.
They'd be laid out already.
They'll be in the hospital for alcohol poisoning.
If I
Have a,
wasn't controlling myself, people would be dead.
I have a special outro for Rayne.
Oh boy. I can't tell if this is like something sarcastic filled or
No,
what.
not at all. No, it's from Final Fantasy. It's the outro from Final Fantasy. I'm gonna make it from 8.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my outro would just be a bunch of F-bombs or just like one long censor beep.
You want Library Fatality or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have that on my Spotify. I still listen to it quite often.
It's gonna be our outro.
Nice.
I'm gonna do the remake though. So I like to do remakes of people that let you. I don't want to get in trouble.
This is true.
But not that you really can't get in trouble. Everybody like makes videos and uses music, but I'll email the person first and ask them because I like to get permission. So,
Ultimation is still my ultimate cosplay goal. Whenever I
Ultimation? Oh my goodness, that would be that. Them wings are probably going to be a huge pain.
The hardest part is going to be the hair, like keeping the hair up.
You
know my ultimate my ultimate goal for
squall.
cosplay. Yes, it is. One day when I lose weight, I will do
it. So me and Kupo always said that he would be Squall and I would go as Cypher. And it's funny because obviously I'm a female, I'm far from blonde, and we would just go running at each other from across the con floor.
Yes.
For me, my ultimate cosplay would be a schoolgirl if I were to gain 20 pounds of muscle.
You want to be a schoolgirl? Oh, you want to be like one of those manly schoolgirls?
Yes.
That fits you so well.
Just go like as a cheerleader from what is that game? Lollipop Chainsaw. Just goes that.
Yeah, like I said, I would have to look like I had to be like shredded like Arnold Schwarzenegger to make it funny.
I mean, I think it'd be funny in one way or another, but even more so.
And no, with this dad bod, I ain't gonna accomplish nothing.
Don't you have a gun blade?
Me, it broke.
I thought so. It broke.
Yeah,
I was like, I know one of us did. I know I have the guillotine sword from Naruto.
I have I have to get a new one. Cause just packing it, like it was in my mother's basement, and just her always moving stuff, and just I guess it fell and it broke, and it was very upsetting for me because it's my favorite sword.
Yeah, it's like my Atom syringe from BioShock that broke too when I was moving from Okinawa.
How does the revolver gunblade not match any results for shopping online? Are you serious right now?
Have you tried eBay?
Yes, that's my next.
I bought it on eBay.
No, I don't want a replica. I want the actual. Well, I think I do want a replica. Oh, a Lionheart gunblade. That's nice.
Yeah, functional Squall gunblade revolver sword, $94.
That's not too bad.
Not at all. 450.
So when do I get my F-bomb points back?
You're done for life, dude. What the hell you mean?
Oh, how could you do this to me?
Because we can't make it explicit. We got to get better search results. In my book right now, you are a lightning from Final Fantasy 13. Don't make it worse.
Whoa. Hold on there. Whoa. You better chill with that disrespect, my guy.
Oh, you disrespected Final Fantasy 7. I don't want to hear it. Just because you don't have Sweepy to protect you.
Okay.
Well, so what happened with this Final Fantasy 7?
You're comparing me to a two-dimensional cookie cutter character. Okay? I just made fun of your favorite game.
Oh, I only made fun. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite.
One of your favorite games.
You should know what my favorite.
You're comparing me to a two-dimensional character. I have 3 dimensions.
It is my favorite.
Okay, I want to say I can't really compare but I'm far from being a lightning. Okay.
Okay, you're a.
I'd assume Snow would be a worse
Yeah.
No. Oh please! Oh, I might as well just go into the bathroom right now and hang myself with my belt.
Jesus Christ. 0 to 100, real quick.
I have 0 chill and no filter.
I mean, to
I
be
mean,
fair, at
let's
the
say
way
you
you were
can
going
see
off
my
of
YouTube
Craig,
channel. I'm pretty bad. A bad man.
but as hard as you went on Craig today, there's no way this one is not going to be explicit already.
I know, but
You let him have it.
Stranger Things. Robert Englund
I'll
could
let
be on
him
this
have
week.
it too.
Robert
Oh,
Englund, Stranger Things.
I've never watched a single episode.
Yeah, I watched the first season. That was it, but it kind of got leaked. People, it's overrated. I think
what's overrated?
Stranger Things. Learn to listen.
Oh,
Open your ears.
okay. Now you're starting to sound like my drill instructors.
You want me to send Star Wars? That was random. Sorry, I was looking at memes. So what else? I had a good topic. I was just thinking of. It went away though because I needed to insult you. Or
Disappeared.
Just land in the lost of news now.
yes, gone.
Ta-da! It's gone.
And it's gone.
Me? What about
I'm
your
gonna
people?
make this pencil
Disappear.
disappear.
Me? What about your people? Supposing we still are your people and not Maroni's.
Are you doing ASMR over there? What?
I'm doing Joker. Oh yeah, that's what I want to talk about. How hard the new systems are to get.
No, I've been watching. Not so. I'm like still a part of the Okinawa out of their minds. And this lady was selling a PlayStation 5 for $1,800. It's like you
People, you know what's
go jump
crazy?
off a cliff.
People will buy them though. That's the crazy part. People will pay that money.
Everyone's reporting them. That's so they're
We'll
crazy.
do questionable things for PlayStation 5.
I will just wait until all the bugs are out of their systems, as
Exactly.
I
Until
usually do, and then I'll get a console.
second or third round, save up some money so I'm not spending all my money,
Yeah.
and then everything's good.
Yeah.
The systems always have bugs the first time around, and it's always better to wait. I don't know why everybody goes all crazy for them, because they're going to be defective, and they're not going to have all the. And like in a couple months, they're going to have a PS5 light, a PS5 super light, extraordinary fast, 900K speed, frames per second, 9 million times 100.
I don't even
5K
care now.
graphics.
Let those people keep doing what they're doing because then they deal with the bugs and I reap the benefits later. So go be
Exactly.
the guinea pig.
A lot of these people
I'm a
are going
woman
to
of science.
try to trade in their PlayStation 5s for the new gen, which is mind blowing. I mean,
Okay,
I
good.
unfortunately, when the PlayStation 4 was still hot, my first gen PlayStation 4 broke on me because the whatchamacallit, the hard drive fried on me. And so I had to get a new one. And this is when the PS4 Pro came out. So I just bought a new one for that had 500 gigabytes, and I was like, you know what? And I saved up some money, and I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive for it. And it's just like, okay, well, I got over 1.5 terabytes of memory, so it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I
What
just
are
have the old PlayStation 4 and I hook up I call it my deployment because, yeah, that's what it's from. It's like a 5 terabyte drive and I just plug that in. I use it as external storage.
what are some things today that new gamers of this generation won't get? Blowing in the cartridge, maybe. But blowing in the
Yep, that's
cartridge.
one.
Blowing in the cartridge is actually bad because all the moisture
Yeah, I can
it
see that.
corrodes the
My
inside.
life has been a huge lie.
And then there's cleaning it with a Q-tip. You won't have to do that.
Yep. Oh, wired controllers.
Yeah, wire controllers. I mean, you still got to plug it in to charge it, but Other than
Yeah,
that,
but
But
like
you mean like the inconvenient ones that go across the living room floor that you gotta play jump rope.
you know what?
yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
like controllers back then didn't have batteries. You literally plugged it into the system, and that's how it got its power. Like a lot of gamers these days don't understand the struggle that we went through.
You know what I miss? Being
But
lucky enough to get the demo tape sent in the mail. Before Donkey Kong Country,
oh,
before the first Donkey Kong Country came out, I got the demo tape for that in the mail, and I was such a fun demo tape. I was so hyped for that game, Donkey Kong Country. It looked so good, and it's
That's
such a
how I got
classic.
oh
my first
yeah,
Devil May Cry. I can't remember if it came in a like came with Resident Evil, one of them, or if it came like attached to a Game Informer magazine. But that's how I played the demo. Was
It
a
was
disc
what
that
that
randomly.
what yeah, because it was supposed to. I think it came with Resident Evil 3. I think it came with. I don't know what Resident Evil did it come with because I know it was supposed to be
Because it was
Resident Evil
supposed to
4.
be like originally Resident Evil 4, but then they were like, "Oh, this is going out in the left field. Let's change it. Well, this is a different game."
Exactly. I want to check the what game.
another thing that gamers today, and I cannot stress enough, is demos in like the Toys R Us, the EB games, the GameStops that we had back in the day, where you can get your hands on a controller, select a demo, and just play it in the store.
The best demo I ever played that got was the Final Fantasy VII demo. That was it. That just got me sold, dude. That was the turning point of me in my love for Final Fantasy, dude. You don't understand. I mean, I say it every time, but Rayne knows I am. It's like an obsession. Like it's. I'm in love with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
See,
But
she knows. I love it.
for me, it was the Star Fox 64 demo, and I remember playing that demo in a Sears when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
dude, I had the tape for the Devil May Cry, the Star Fox demo. There's a demo
No
tape.
kidding. Oh,
I have to send it to you. I gotta find. I had a whole YouTube channel that I watched with all like the demo tapes and stuff. It's so it's I love nostalgic stuff like that. That's why I was happy with some people I talked to. They said the difference between our podcast and other podcasts is ours gives them like a nostalgic feel and like that little warm fuzzy feeling when you're drinking hot chocolate in a cabin on a nice snowy day.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing too is um I remember back in the day when Mario 64 was getting released, how different the demo was from the final release. Like feel and the aesthetic and how much they changed just as they released it. And I know pieces of Mario 64 called every single copy is personalized.
So yeah, you were talking about the Super Mario 64. So anything else you guys you want to add before we close out on this amazing episode? I had a good time.
Same.
Yeah, I had a blast for my first podcast. I'm glad my internet worked with me today.
Maybe next time I can beat Craig Bot in a submission so he works a little better.
We just gotta convince them a little bit with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
But
hopefully
thank
needs to
you,
get his life together.
thank you, Choka Bros and Mugals. Next week you'll have 2 episodes. You'll have the interview with Danielle McRae, and you'll also have us chatting it up. The topic I think we're gonna do next week is theories and gaming myths, which is gonna be a good one I've been
Hmm.
waiting for.
Yes,
So,
I've got some already written down.
but I cannot wait. So we will see you all next week, Choka Bros and Mugals. Until then, keep grinding and keep that experience coming. We will see you later. This is yours truly, Kid Kupo, out.